I felt with Irving that there was a reason he came into my life. And I've been thinking about this over the last few days because I had moments with him where I really, I saw Irving as this really wise, loving teacher who viewed the world with fairness and kindness and caring. Every person he touched so deeply, and he made that person better. And that is a sign of someone who in Hebrew we call a tzaddik, a righteous person. Righteousness is not measured by going to services or by the amount of money you give. Righteousness is measured by how you connect with someone's soul and what you leave them after you have left the conversation or encounter. So that was Irving. We here were his family for the years that he was here, but these wonderful individuals up here were his family and friends for decades.
I met Irving at the donut shop on Charles Street.
How long ago, Sonny?
Wow. 49 years ago.
Wow.
And he lived on Beacon Hill. And I worked weekends at the donut shop, and he would come in and do, as you said, he would connect. And everyone on the hill knew Irving.
Told me something about the donut shop one time. He used to go there every night, Sunny work nights. And a drunk came in one night that was like, could have been abusive or angry, and there could have been some trouble there. And so Irving got up and said, "Hey, how you doing? We were in the army together. Come on, I'll buy you a drink." Grabbed him by the arm, walked outside, started walking down the street, and the drunk says, "Oh yeah, where we going? Oh, wait a minute, you're not the guy I thought you were." Just to get him out of the donut shop to protect Sonny. And I mean, he's helped me so often.
The doctor called Mrs. Cohen, saying, "Mrs. Cohen, your check came back." Mrs. Cohen answered, "So did my arthritis." Why do Jewish divorces cost so much?
Oh, this is good.
They're worth it.
Harry.
These are Irving's jokes, not mine.
Okay, all right.
Why do Jewish mothers make great parole officers? They never let anyone finish a sentence. Because Jewish women don't like anything that isn't 20% off.
Oh my God, he used to tell that all the time.
Did you write all these out?
No, these are Irving's jokes.
He had those in his room. They were in his room.
Henny Youngman, oh my God.
One-liners.
Yeah.
Harry, I want to thank you because you have totally brought his spirit in the room.
When I first came to Newbridge, I worked afternoons, and Irving was here, and he would always call it the Jewish joke of the day, and so we would hear, giving him his meds, all of his little jokes, and but he was so funny. One time he came out of his room, and he was wheeling himself. Irving wanted to be as independent as he could possibly be. He did not want help unless he absolutely needed help. And I can remember when I first came here, an example is he had to take his medication in applesauce because he was having a hard time swallowing, and he was determined he was going to take his pills whole again, and he did. But I can remember one time coming out of his room, and he's wheeling himself, and he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And I said, "Irving, where are you going?" And he's talking and the cigarette's bobbing up and down because he's wheeling his wheelchair. And I said, where are you going? I'm going outside to have a smoke. I said, Irving, I don't think you can do that. He said, well, why not? He said, and it was so funny because it was like he still wanted every piece of his independence to be the way it was and the way his life was when he was here. And one thing I think that we can all take from Irving is that Irving never, ever gave up. And throughout all of his trials and tribulations with his medical history, he would always say, I'm going to walk again, I'm going to do this again, I'm going to be healed again. And even up until the very end, till he left here on the stretcher, he was determined that it wasn't going to be the end. And for Irving to have his mind and his cognizance up until the very end was a blessing to all of us because we all learned something from him.
When I go in the morning, I'm telling you, I have to find some song, something to sing for it. Maybe down and feel like God has somehow forgotten that you are faced with circumstances you can't get through. Right now it seems there's no way out and you're going under. But God proven time and time again, He'll take care of you.
He's good and he's always holding my hand and touch me every time. Like that's his thing. At the table before I serve him, he's always holding my hand and touch. But when he was going to the hospital, before he was going to the hospital and he was on his bed, he couldn't get up. And I went in there, I was doing that. He was a little bit frustrated that he couldn't do it back. He couldn't even express himself a little. Because he was talking, but the word wouldn't come. I could see he was a little bit frustrated about it.
I remember last week Friday when I was leaving and I said to him, okay, Herbert, I put him in bed. I said, I see you on Tuesday. He said, all the way at Tuesday. I said, unless I get a call, you see me, but if not, I'm not scheduled until Tuesday. He said, okay, Brenda, I'll be here. And then I got a call Monday evening. It's like, it's in my mind. It's like, did I really not see him again? You know, and may his soul rest in peace.
But he did not really suffer, so that's good. I mean, I know it's sad, but it's a good thing that he did not suffer.
And Irving just brought such comfort. It's comfort to me, to the household. Like, he was one of those people that I feel like, you said about advice, you know, that was Irving. You could ask him something and he would give you advice. I think he was very happy here. I think all of our residents, you know, it's truly a family. It's truly, you know, it's a job we do, but it's just not coming to work every day. It's really caring and loving about the people that we take care of.
Rising of the sun and it's going down, we remember him. The blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember him. In the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember him. So long as we live, he too shall live, for he is now a part of us as we remember him. Thank you.